Namaskar. This session is on rural tourism as part of rural management. So, my dear friends, before we really go on to this particular session, I would like to thank India Brand Equity Foundation, that is from Ministry of Commerce, for their valuable inputs regarding the tourism industry in India. Then I would like to thank Telangana Tourism for their fantastic video on Pochampalli. So before we really begin with this session, let me share with you a few points. I would like to ask you certain things. Right now, every day, we are all commuting daily, going from home to office, schools and colleges, everywhere, right? Having seen the traffic, don't you feel, have you ever observed within yourself, why is this so much of traffic that is coming in our cities, in our metros, in our urban areas? If you are really a concerned citizen, you will definitely think about it. I am sure you are thinking about it. For this, even I was also thinking about it. But somewhere down the line, the legend, a great man, our Honorable ex-President, late Shri APJ Kalam sir, said the nice solution for this. The solution is PURA, Pura, that is providing urban amenities in rural areas. Very nice concept. If you can provide all the urban amenities in rural areas, the migration from rural areas to urban areas will gradually reduce. India lies in its villages. That's what the great Mahatma Gandhi said. Now, if you really understand what I am trying to share, Mahatma Gandhi has clearly said, harmony is when what you think, what you say and what you do are in sync. So that is what we call it as experiential learning. This was proposed by Mahatma Gandhi long time back. The next part is Swami Vivekananda said, a torch in a dark forest can save you from taking the next step safely. It may not give you the full light, but it will guide you properly. So it is here, friends, I would like to share that this is a knowledge sharing session on rural tourism in India. Who knows your place better than you? You know about your village, you know about its culture, you know about its tradition, you know about its handicrafts, whatnot, you know about it everything. That is what you need to convert it into a profitable business venture. So before we really get into the topic of rural tourism in India, let us delve into a few certain things about tourism and hospitality industry in India. Hospitality is how you receive the guest warmly. That is what we say, Atidhi Devo Bhava. That is in our tradition, that is there in our culture. This Atidhi Devo Bhava is hospitality. So the entire thing that we are going to understand in this session is all about tourism and hospitality industry in India. When did it evolve? What are the different segments? What are the different categories? What are the different strategies that is being adopted? So on and so forth. So before we really go, I would like to just briefly tell you a few points. First, let us understand tourism and hospitality industry in India, then understand different types of tourism, then how tourism is contributing to the GDP, then understanding the impact of foreign tourists and domestic tourists. We tell that as FTAs and DTAs, that is foreign tourist arrivals, domestic tourist arrivals. That is what will boost the economy. That is what has been boosting our Indian economy. Now we should take this to our villages and we should make our villages the smart villages. Smart cities are important, but more important than that is smart villages. If our economy takes an impetus, takes a boost, thanks to the rural tourism, unemployment thing will reduce. People coming from rural areas to urban areas will reduce. That is the kind of support system all of us together, every educator, every student who is watching this video should take this as your personal initiative. Start taking ownership of rural India. How did the tourism industry evolve in India? Somewhere around 1990, India was in economic crisis. You are aware of it. If not, please take the old newspapers, read it. Around 1991, Indian economy was in crisis. At that time, the late Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao ji, he has unveiled the new policy of globalization, allowing FDIs, that is foreign direct investment, into the country. Then the economy started stabilizing around 90s. It was then the policy of tourism is one of the important industries were recognized, and the national policy was unveiled during that time. Somewhere during 1990 and 2000, you are all aware, internet boom had started. So internet also was going into every sector, every sphere globally, and India is no different. India also started adopting the entire thing. Now the government wanted to design public-private partnership in the tourism industry. Then came somewhere between 2000 to 2005. So the national policy was announced in 2002. So that during that time, lot of online travel portals like Make My Trip, Yatra, so many had come in. The regular travel agent has shifted his businesses totally towards internet booking, internet applications. Then somewhere around 2015 onwards, the tourism and hospitality industry in India was really seeing the boom kind of a situation, where the tourists were coming demanding better facilities, better infrastructure, better reception at all the places, whether it was airports, railway station, buses. The connectivity was very, very important. So all the leading experts at that time, they analyzed the situation and they understood the importance of connectivity. India needs boost in tourism, its connectivity is very, very important. So it is here then somewhere around 2019, around 4 years back, the e-tourist visa was approved, and not only that, a lot of tourist footfall had increased, but unfortunately due to, you are all aware of, due to the pandemic, COVID pandemic, the tourism industry took a hit. So right now it is in the process of reviving itself. Now it is our responsibility, every Indian's responsibility, to promote rural management, rural entrepreneurship and rural tourism. Now generally, what happens when you plan for a trip? You want to go to a particular place. So what are the things that you look for? And why, when you are saying for a look for, let us say simple one, a family of husband, wife and 2 kids, they want to travel to a particular location. Let us say they want to go to Ooty, Udagamandalam. How does it start? First, I need to see how the weather condition is there, number 1. Number 2, then I booked my tickets online. Now when I am booking my tickets online, the first job is created through mobile apps or internet apps. The next, what happens there? I have to check for the accommodation, whether it is available or not. Number 2, the jobs there. Number 3, the local cab operator there. What are the beautiful sightseeing destinations he takes me around? What is the approximate budget that is going to be there? This is a typical any family plans. But now if you see the entire process in a structured way, see the number of jobs that has been created just because one tourist, domestic tourist, starts going from one place to another. So here when I start booking my online app, then the next thing is I need entire thing to be packed and put in an online cab operator, maybe an Ola, Uber or anything, so which will take you from home to airport or railway station. So that is the second level of job that has been created locally at my place. Once I approach a particular airport or a railway station, then I get into the train, again the train service or airport, then I have to pack my food. Again, food is an important aspect, right? Maybe you pack my home cooked food, that's fine. But once you pack that food and everything, next, once you get down, you need somebody to receive you at the particular airport or a railway station or a bus stand. Somebody is there to say, yes, I am there. Then again the local cab, he takes you to the concerned hotel there, where you stay for a night, or next day you want to have a sightseeing, everything. Now if you see here, the next level of jobs that has been created. Once you are going into the hotel, on an average, one guest who enters the hotel, it's a standard policy is minimum 5 people are required to take care of a guest, because he will come, then the guest, he would like to have a food, coffee, snacks, anything. So from there, what happens here is next day or the same day he would like to book a cab to have a local sightseeing. And every day, the more number of days he stays, more extended, the better business for that area. Once that better business is done, he comes back, then he goes off, again the same, the entire rigmarole of all the people, transportation, airport, food and coming back home. Here the main responsibility is the safety of our guest. The guest can be a foreign traveler, the guest can be our domestic traveler. Foreign traveler is somebody who's coming outside India, domestic traveler is somebody who's coming within India. So here the question that comes for any youngster, the youth of India from any part, he'll say, fine sir, I'll be in my village, but please tell me, how can I be a rural entrepreneur? How can rural tourism benefit me? Now let me give you one nice example of one of my students. His name is Sunil. He hails from Nalgonda district in Telangana. He stays in a place which is very close to which we call it today as Yadagiri Gutta. It's a very famous hill shrine which is there in Nalgonda, which we call it in the Yadadri district. So closer to Yadagiri Gutta, there is one more place, very huge historical place called Bhongir Fort. We call it as Bhongir Fort, but technically speaking, that's a modernized version of the name. The right name for it is Tribhuvanagiri. Tribhuvanagiri, which was created by, it was constructed in the time of Vikramaditya IV at that time. And it is, Giri is a hill, Bhuvana that's the name. So Bhuvanagiri becomes Bhongir in the modern times. So there are a lot of changes, the historical significances that come into the place. We should go and delve into that. So here, what I suggested to Sunil was, please plan a beautiful, marketing plan for a tourist who can come and can visit the temple, see the beautiful architecture that is there. It's a heritage monument. From there they can come to Bhongir Fort. At the Bhongir Fort they can do paragliding, rock climbing, all these activities. These can be planned. It needs to take the support of the local Ministry for Tourism, the local government officials, plus your vision. So that is where which I come in to say, this rural tourism plays a key role, key part in this. So that is why, my dear friends, in whichever part of India you are, please make a small plan, because our history is there for us. There is so many beautiful places are there in India. Every village will definitely have some significant temple, some significant monument there. It will have some small lake around it, something beautiful handicrafts, our cuisines, all these things. The unity and diversity, the rich heritage and culture of India needs to be marketed properly through rural tourism. That is what is objective of this entire program of rural management. Next part is pilgrimage tourism. Pilgrimage tourism is a lot of people come to visit holy sites. Venkateshwara Swami temple at Tirupati, Golden temple at Amritsar, Ajmer Sharif Dargah. Then we have got Velankani church, which is there, Shirdi Sai Baba temple at Shirdi, then Puttaparthi Swami Satya Sai Baba's temple. The entire abode at Puttaparthi attracts lots of foreign tourists there. So many places are there. You need to see how these places have evolved. Lots of foreign tourists come, domestic tourists come. That's what pilgrimage tourism. Apart from that, Char Dham, which is very, very important. Lot of people come and visit Kasi, Banaras. So Char Dham is very important. The entire thing we call it as Dev Bhumi. So all these things plays key role in boosting the rural economy. It helps the local villagers there, local women there. So that is why it is very, very important to understand pilgrimage tourism also. The third part of it is we are talking about ecotourism. Ecotourism is all about biodiversity. All this particular tourist who is coming, he or she would like to spend some time appreciating the nature without disturbing anything part of the nature. They are very, very, very environmental conscious. They would not like to disturb the environment. So that is why we promote ecotourism. This ecotourism, first it was started in Tenmala in Kerala, the God's own country. Technically speaking, let me tell you, we should really appreciate the government of Kerala, the Keralites there, who have really focused on tourism. So that is they analyzed the strength of their state. They said tourism is one aspect that Kerala needs to take it further. Really hats off to all the Keralites who are doing a fantastic job of promoting, and they are definitely an inspiration to other parts of the country. Now, the fourth thing is about luxury tourism. Luxury tourism, as you see, a lot of cruises, yachts that are coming in Goa, Udaipur, Rajasthan, again traditional tourist places. What we are trying to say is, yes, these are all the tourist places, but apart from this, can we discover something new, some small new place? That is where that can come in. That is where this entire rural tourism is being focused on. Definitely, Rajasthan is one of the fantastic places that is there. Uttar Pradesh, we have got a lot of important sites which is there. So please understand the importance of tourism. Next comes heritage tourism. Heritage tourism, which we have been doing it in a traditional, conventional method. Visiting Qutub Minar, Taj Mahal, standard things which have been, in Hyderabad we'll say Charminar, Golconda Fort. That is all part of, heritage which is there, which is built up over a period of time, last 500, 600 years. So we need to evolve with new things that needs to come, that can be marketed properly. So that needs to be focused on. Here, because we are talking about heritage tourism, let me ask you one particular question, a trivia question. You find time, you get an answer. Who was the ex-Prime Minister of England whose love affair started in Sikandrabad, Bolaram during the World War II? The clue is there. So find out about it and let me know. Now, next important thing which I am going to tell you, very critical, which is giving a real boost to India, is medical tourism. Now you will say, what is medical tourism? Medical tourism, let me tell you, my dear friends, if you got any of your friends or relatives staying abroad, maybe in USA, UK, Australia or any other place, just ask them, what is the cost of an open heart surgery in US? What is the cost of an open heart surgery in US? As according to my information, it is somewhere between $70,000 to $5 lakh in US. $70,000 and above in United States of America. And do you know what is the cost of open heart surgery in India? It's below 7 lakhs. Now you do the conversion. Where is $70,000? Where is maximum 7 lakhs? Let us say even 10 lakhs. Approximately it's going to come somewhere between, if you have to get your open heart surgery done in US, it's going to cost nothing less than 60 to 75 lakhs minimum. Now you tell me that particular tourist who's there, when he wants to come back to India to get his open heart surgery done, he can visit any of the best of the hospitals in India, best of the surgeons, best of the doctors, best of the healthcare facilities is available in India. That is the strength. Our doctors are unique. We can do cost-effective surgeries. So that is why a lot of people from USA, UK, Australia, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Malaysia, all are coming to India to get treated. That is where the government of India has initiated M-Visa, Medical and Wellness Tourism Visa. They can come here, stay here for a short period, get their surgery done or anything, healthcare issues done. After that, the most important aspect is the post-operative care. Who is going to take care of them? Surgery process is done in between 1 day or 2 days, but after the second day or third day, when the patient becomes fine, there is a saved amount. Technically, as I said, if a patient is coming from United States of America with 70 lakhs, maybe let us say he's coming with 50 lakhs, including his airfare cost and everything, including the hospital cost, we can finish off everything between 30 lakhs as of today. It's time to change the positioning strategy of Indian tourism. The positioning strategy is very, very important in Indian tourism. Today we are talking about medical tourism, we are talking about pilgrimage tourism, we are talking about spiritual tourism, rural tourism. See, so many aspects has come into the picture. So please, my dear friends, I request each one of you to think on these lines. Next, have you heard about a term called lighthouse tourism? Lighthouse tourism is a new concept which was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. That policy, which clearly says, is Indian government has estimated would emerge with the markets as of 1.2 million cruise visitors by 2030-31. Lighthouses across the Indian sea coast, wherever there are lighthouses, each lighthouse will be developed as a tourist spot. The action plan is in force. Right now, a Dream Hotel group, which is planning to invest $300 million in the next 3 to 5 years to develop this particular segment. So lighthouse tourism is a new concept that has come into place. We should really appreciate the work initiated by the Government of India and Ministry of Tourism here. So my dear friends, let us discuss about the impact of tourism and hospitality industry on the GDP of India. In 2020, the travel and tourism industry, we have received around 121.9 billion US dollars, and this is being projected somewhere around, let us say, $512 billion in 2028. That is roughly 5 years from now. Huge jump. So kindly focus on this, especially to my friend Sunil and other youngsters who are from different rural parts of India. I would like to say a lot of opportunity left in rural tourism. Now is the chance for you to become a rural entrepreneur. The next thing, why we are trying to say about the job creation. The job creation, right now we are sitting at somewhere around 39 million jobs, but coming 5 years down the line, it is going to create 53 million jobs or more. The tourism and hospitality industry is really in a boom mode. So you have to understand, any guest who walks into our village, please take care of him properly. The next important thing is the government of India has initiated a particular scheme called Swadesh Darshan scheme. Apart from that, they have already, you must have read in the newspapers about Vande Bharat Express and everything, the bullet trains that have come in. So India is really developing the connectivity to all the rural areas. Once the connectivity is established, lots of tourists are going to come to our place. It is here every youngster staying in that particular part of the village or particular part of the small town also should develop entrepreneurial skills. Now, as I have told you already about the new visa forms also, the medical visa that is coming, e-visa that is coming, that is giving you very good growth in the tourism industry. Now let us go to the next important aspect. What kind of tourists are coming and what are they coming for? It is here, please understand, maximum number of tourists are coming for leisure. Let us say around 75% are coming for leisure to India or traveling in India for leisure, and 25% is business travelers. So we are saying this leisure tourists versus business tourists. The leisure tourism business is definitely, it is as far as 2019, leisure tourism business has touched somewhere around $234 billion. So please understand, it's a huge thing, and it is expected to touch $432 billion by 2028. Quantum jump. Huge jump. We are talking about leisure tourists who's coming. As far as business travel is concerned, we have got around 12.84 US dollars, 12.84 billion US dollars in 2019, and we are expecting it to jump double, exactly $24 billion, definitely by 2028. 5 years down the line, we are seeing a solid double jump. Can you see $12 billion versus $25 billion? So please focus on this aspect. It is going to create a lot of impact, give lots of jobs. Tourism is one industry, hospitality is one industry. Please, that is going to give you lots of jobs, lots of opportunities for you to become an entrepreneur, be a job giver for job seekers too. Now, where are the tourists, maximum number of tourists who are coming into this country? As of May 2022, I am quoting from India Brand Equity Foundation. The major sources as USA is more than 27.8%, followed by Bangladesh 23.4%, United Kingdom 7.58%, Australia 4%, Canada 3.6%, Sri Lanka 2.84%, Singapore 2.36%, Nepal 2.12%, Malaysia 1.66%, Germany 1.65%, Maldives 1.26%. So domestic travel, the people who are traveling within India, our own Indians, it's going to increase around $405.8 billion, and this is expected by 2028 down the line. So my dear friends, please understand, India is focusing on tourism. It's betting on tourism in a big way. We got biodiversity parks, sanctuaries, botanical gardens. We are rich in our biodiversity. We need to market that properly, effectively. As most important thing, please, two important aspects. One is the safety aspect of your tourist, and environmental aspect of your particular village. Then the soft skills, how politely you receive your customer, and you be an example for Atithi Devo Bhava. Next, as I said, what are the notable trends in tourism industry? The notable trends, we are saying the shifted, we are not calling it as vacation, they are calling it as staycation. Earlier, people used to come from one place and they used to go to another place. They wanted to have a multiple journeys. Still, people are doing it, but a lot of tourists are preferring to go from one place to another and stay there. That is what they are calling it as staycation. They want to have a relaxed atmosphere. They want to get themselves treated in a nice place, for naturopathy, yoga, Ayurveda, so much, so on and so forth. So that is where you have to understand the scope for wellness tourism. As I told you previously about medical tourism also, this all comes under wellness. So the tourists are coming. How we plan it out, how we reach out to them, that is up to us. Then we have got cruises, the ship liners, everything. It's connecting the entire, from Bay of Bengal to Arabian Sea. The entire thing we are getting connected. The shipping is one of the important lines that is there. If you take it right from the eastern side to the western side, we are connected. So that is why, my dear friends, please understand this impact of the total rural tourism. Then we have got camping sites, we have got camping parks, caravans that is being told by the different states governments. They are providing it for the trekking sites, rock climbing, everything. And again, we are talking about adventure tourism. Adventure tourism, we have got some particular place in Rupkund Park in Uttarakhand. Then got this motorcycle, this thing, people go by motorcycle. I think you would have seen in a lot of videos, from Shimla to Leh and Ladakh. So adventure tourism, paragliding, everything that is there. So things are moving very fast. People are coming out, but are we there? So broadly, how do we say what are the things that are created? Number one, hotels, accommodation, right, starting from 1-star hotel to 7-star hotels, it is available. Airlines, railways, then most important is intercity cab, travels, very, very important. Then travel agents. Technically speaking, I will say travel agents role is more or less, it has been shifted to the internet mobile apps. Earlier there was a particular travel agent company, everything was there. Most of them they have shifted, like makemytrip.com, yatra.com, easytrip.com, so on and so forth. You know it better, right? So all these things are creating jobs. People are shifted to internet apps, mobile apps. Now, in this promotion of domestic tourism, let me share with you a very important aspect. In February of 2021, Ministry of Tourism under the Government of India's regional office at East, collaborated with Eastern Himalayas Tour and Travel Operators in IIAS, and they organized Incredible India Homestays. This Incredible India Homestays training workshop was done with 16 projects. Roughly around 1300 crores has been invested, approximately $171 million. In India's northeast. The rural homestays is taking a very big shape. Here you should focus on it. Fine, go ahead. I am going to share more in the coming lessons also, but you can also still do your Google search on homestays. Our foreign tourists, domestic tourists, they would like to come to your native village. They want to stay, they want to learn the culture, they want to adapt, they want to mingle or blend in with you. Eat your food, know your cuisine. Sometimes something particular happens, anything health issues are there. How are we getting ourselves treated in our villages? What kind of recreational practices we have? Any particular festival that comes in, what kind of festival we have got? How do we do it? So all these things, it is a very rich experience. People want to experience the best things in life. So that is why they want to visit our Indian villages. Next important thing, in somewhere around June 2022, before that, the Government of India has initiated with all Indian universities Azadi Ka Amrit Utsav, celebrating the 75 years of Indian independence and taking the rich Indian culture, heritage, everything across universities, from universities to everywhere around. Like, as I said, most of the people, India is known for its spirituality. People come here to understand, to discover within themselves. They go to different gurus, different religious places. Gaya is one place, Mount Abu in Rajasthan, and there's, I think you have heard about Vipassana meditation centers. They visit so many places there to understand. They want to go within their inner self, irrespective of any religion or caste or anything. They would like to explore their inner self. That is where a lot of foreign tourists come here. Now, you might be, most of the youngsters will be talking about data analytics and artificial intelligence. For your kind information, the Government of India has already implemented a portal called Nidhi 2.0. It is a national integration database of all the tourism and hospitality services that India is providing. Single point database, regular workshops is being conducted. Then we also have Dekho Apna Desh webinars being conducted, so that the entire people should know every aspect, every nook and corner of India. What are the strengths of it? What are the benefits of visiting those places? This plays a key role in developing the rural economy. As I told you about that, M visa is a medical and wellness visa that is also being given. Apart from this, Ministry of Tourism has also started Sati initiative. What is Sati initiative is in a system for assessment, awareness and training for hospitality industry that is being done by Quality Control Council of India. As far as in October 2020 it started off. Then somewhere in March 2021, lighthouse tourism, which I shared you previously, that has been started by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, connecting all the lighthouses in the country. Brilliant idea. Then we go for certification programs. We got tourist facilitator certification that is being given for India in tourist guide, this thing. Then we have got to provide for all the tourist guide also, we are giving certification programs. So this particular thing Ministry of Tourism is doing it. Then comes one-stop solution. What is it that a particular tourist looks for, whether it's a foreign tourist or a domestic tourist? He wants to have with minimal, without any hindrance, he would like to visit a place, see the place, enjoy it, come back with happy memories, maybe take beautiful photos and videos, maybe upload it in the social media. So it is here we should play a key role. The Government of India, the respective state governments in all the states are playing a key role in saying that they are creating a one-stop solution. Come visit India, visit my state. Now the responsibility lies with each and every one of us who is in the remote part, in different parts of India, in remote villages, to develop a tourist attractive plan. TAP, tourist attractive plan. As I told you previously also, the important niche segments. When you say niche means a typical specialized category, specialized part of it, a particular solution that we are looking at. The niche segments for good opportunities are medical tourism, cruise tourism, rural tourism and ecotourism. So all these things we have just now discussed, but I'll say the rural tourism is playing a key role in integrating all these things. Now, which are the leading states and union territories in terms of tourists? Let me share with you. Maharashtra has got around 124.27 million tourists in 2018. Out of that, domestic tourists were 119 million tourists, foreign tourists were 5 million. What are the major attractions in Maharashtra? Ajanta and Ellora caves, Shirdi, Ashtavinayak temple and Matheran. Next comes Karnataka. Karnataka attracted around 214.50 million tourists in 2018. Domestic tourists were 214.30 million, foreign tourists were 0.50 million. What are the major attractions in Karnataka? Mysore Palace, Hampi, Coorg, Jog Falls. Then Uttar Pradesh attracted 288.7 million tourists. Domestic tourists were 285.07 million. Foreign tourists were 3.78 million tourists. Major attractions in Uttar Pradesh: Taj Mahal, Agra Fort, Fatehpur Sikri and Sarnath. Andhra Pradesh attracted 195 million tourists in 2018. Domestic tourists were 194.76 and foreign tourists were 0.27 million. The king is Tamil Nadu. It attracted 391.97 million tourists in 2018, my dear friends. Domestic tourists were 385.90 million, foreign tourists were 6.07 million to Tamil Nadu. Hats off to Tamil Nadu. Major attractions are Meenakshi Temple, Brihadarishwara Temple, Yelagiri Hills, Hoganakal Falls, Vivekananda Memorial, so on and so forth. So every place is very rich. So it is our responsibility to see, and definitely I'll be discussing more about the northeast states where lot of untapped tourist potential is there. We need to work on that. I have already worked there in northeast, but let me tell you, it is lying untapped, the beautiful place of entire 8 states of northeast. Let us see a beautiful video on tourism and hospitality industry in India. This video is courtesy thanks to Telangana Tourism. This video shows you about the Pochampalli, a place which is 41 kilometers from Hyderabad. Let us have a look at the video.
ఈ భూదాన్ పోచంపల్లి పేరు అనడానికి ముందు ఈ ఊరిని గాజుల పోచంపల్లి అనేవారు. వినోబాబు గారు రెండోసారి పాదయాత్ర సందర్భంగా మా ఊరికి రావడం జరిగింది. మా ఊరికి వచ్చినప్పుడు నిరుపేద పేదలు ఆయనని ఏదో ఒకటి చేయమని అడిగారు. దాంతో మా ఊరిలో ఉన్న పెద్ద భూస్వామి అయిన నుండి వేదిరి రామచంద్ర రెడ్డి గారు 1000 ఎకరాలు ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. వినోబాబు గారు తీసుకొని పేదలకు పంచాడు. దాంతో మా ఊరు భూదాన్ పోచంపల్లిగా మారిపోయినది. తర్వాత మా ఊర్లోనే సిల్క్ చీరల ఉత్పత్తి ప్రారంభం జరిగింది. దాంతో ప్రముఖ పట్టణాల నుంచి కూడా మా ఊరికి రావడం జరిగింది. మా దగ్గర చీరలు కొనడం, దాంతో కొద్దిగా పేరు వచ్చింది. తర్వాత ప్రభుత్వం వారు గుర్తించి మా దగ్గర ఈ టూరిజం ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. దీంతో దేశం నుంచి కాకుండా విదేశాల నుంచి కూడా చాలామంది ఎంతోమంది రావడం, ఇక్కడ విజిటింగ్ చేయడం, ఇక్కడ అందాలను చూడటం, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న చేనేత కార్మికుల యొక్క కష్ట నష్టాలు తెలుసుకోవడం, ఇక్కడ చేతివృత్తి వాళ్ళని కూడా చూడటం, దీంతో మా ఊరు చాలా అభివృద్ధి చెందింది టూరిజం వల్ల.
ఇక్కడ ప్రధానంగా ఫస్ట్ కాటన్ ద్వారా రుమాలను తయారు చేయడం, కాలక్రమేపీ మారడంతో సిల్క్ ఉత్పత్తులని తయారు చేయడంతో పోచంపల్లి సిల్క్ సిటీగా మారడం కూడా జరగడం జరిగింది. ఈ మధ్య కాలంలోనే ఇక్కత్ వరల్డ్ అనే రావడంతో దేశ విదేశాల నుండి కూడా ఇక్కడ టూరిజం ప్లేస్ కు అనేక ఉత్పత్తులను కూడా వాళ్ళు కొనుగోలు చేయడం, మా ఉత్పత్తులకు కూడా డిమాండ్ పెరిగినాయి. అంతర్జాతీయ లెవెల్లో కూడా పోచంపల్లిని అట్లా పేరు ప్రఖ్యాత కూడా సాధించడం జరిగింది.
టూరిజం పార్క్ వచ్చినాక విదేశాల నుంచి బట్టలు కొనడానికి వీళ్ళందరూ పర్యాటక కేంద్రంలోకి వస్తారు, కొంటారు. ఏంటంటే మేము లేని వాళ్ళం కూడా అందరం బతున్నాం టూరిజం పార్క్ గురించి. పోచంపల్లిలా మేమందరం కలిసిమెలిసి తోడబుట్టిన అన్న చెల్లెలు అక్క చెల్లెలు లెక్క ఉంటాం ఇక్కడ అందరం కూడా. ఎవరమైనా ఎవరికి ఆపద వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు చూసుకుంటారు. అందుకే మాకు సంతోషం.
Now that you have watched the video on the Pochampalli, so here a small assignment I would like to give it to you. Please write about your favorite 10 tourist spots outside India and why. I repeat the question, write about your favorite 10 tourist spots outside India and please state the reason. Second one, write about your favorite 10 tourist spots inside India and why. Now coming to the fun questions. From the Pochampalli video, please answer these questions. Name the landlord who donated 1000 acres to Acharya Vinoba Bhave. Then, a lovely lady, what did Andalu say? Watch the video again. Then, a lovely, nice gentleman called Ankam Murli, what did he share? Please watch the video again. I am sure this video which has been done with Telangana Tourism is really appreciative and fantastic. I hope you can also make this kind of video of your own local village, definitely with your mobile phones and drone cameras. Thank you. Jai Hind.